Hello, my friends. This is my second day on this series, the Leadership Impact. But today I talk about personal development. So hopefully you can see the screen on my TV in a correct way because yesterday uh, I was using the front camera so you couldn't read it because when you use the front camera, actually it's kind of backward, the words gets backwards. But today I don't see your responses or your likes or anything because I'm using the back camera of my phone. So hopefully you can see the screen correctly. As I said, from now on, I talk about leadership impact because, as you know, I'm leadership coach and speaker, and I like to share my ideas and the principles of leadership with you guys. But before going on the leadership principles, I like to share with you about the personal development. Why? Because personal development actually is the main key for everyone, not just for the leaders, for everyone else also. To be familiar with the principles of personal development or self growth, and change your mindset, change your paradigm, because whatever we do, actually, it comes from our paradigm. And paradigm, later on I'll talk about paradigm more, but just to mention that paradigm actually is the collection of the habits and patterns we have in our subconscious mind. In next few sessions, I don't remember exactly, maybe on second or third session, maybe from now on, actually it's going to be third or fourth session. Maybe I'll talk about paradigm more. But right now, just wanted to mention briefly. Personal development and uh, self growth is very, very important to everyone, including the leaders and especially for the leaders. So that's why it's very important to pay attention to these series, these videos, that I put it on Facebook Live, and later on I upload the recorded videos on my YouTube and on my website, dilandolati.com. You can go there and see the blogs and see all the videos. So let's talk a little bit about the main pillars of life. To me, life is based on four main pillars. Before starting this, actually, let me explain a little bit about the word life, that I use it both as singular and plural form. I use life actually for both of them. And frequently you will hear me that even for we or they or you as a like many persons, I use life. I don't use lives frequently because I believe life is one, and we have, every one of us, we have a share of that life. So frequently you will hear that I use only life, not lives. Anyway, so to me, life is on four main pillars, and it's very important for every one of us to pay attention to these main pillars of life, because our life actually is based on these four pillars. The first one is health. And you know, if you have pain, if you are sick, you cannot focus on your goal. You cannot do anything else, because if you're not healthy, you cannot do the other things. You cannot pay attention to the other pillars of life. Although these four main pillars, they are very interacted and dynamically, they are affecting each other. So it's very important actually that these are not exactly uh, based on the order that I put it here. However, health is always the first because it's very, very important in our life. And the next one is wealth. Wealth, by wealth, I don't mean only the financial stuff. I don't mean only the money. By wealth, I mean whatever other wealth you have, like your knowledge, your potential, your family, other things also. However, financial wealth and money, in other words, is very important in everybody's life, in every family's life. So that's why it's very important to pay attention to these, because otherwise, if you don't have money, for example, many people, when I speak or when I do coaching, many people, they come to me and say, oh, I love to help others. I love to establish a non-profit organization to help this and that. However, I don't have any money. So I say, okay, so in this case, you cannot. You can use others' money maybe, but you cannot help others when you don't have money. So that's why money is very important in many personal development classes or courses, or in general, many people, they don't like to talk about money. However, it's very important in our lives. So we have to talk about that. We have to talk about wealth. And as I said, wealth, it doesn't mean only money. The other sources of wealth, they are wealth also. And the other pillar of life is the love and relationship. We are sociable. We are social creatures. And actually, the sociability and this character of human being allowed the human species to stay for over 100,000 years. When our ancestors, they came on the face of earth through the whatever you believe in, I'm not gonna go in this subject, but at the beginning, actually, there were some other species smarter than human, but they are not alive. They don't live anymore. Why? Because they were not sociable. That's why it's very important to us to stay social. And unfortunately, social media, unlike the word, the meaning of the word, probably has some negative effect in our sociability and our social life. Because nowadays, most people, besides Corona, I'm talking even before Corona, many people, they would not see each other because of FaceTime, Facebook, Messengers, and Instagram, I don't know, Snapchat, and other social media. And that's why it's very important actually to stay social. And this sociability is very important. So our relationship, and relationship, by the way, has a broad meaning. Relationship with yourself, with your spouse, with your friends, with your children, parents, coworkers, neighbors, whoever you come in contact with. It's very important to have a healthy relationship. During this course, I will talk about relationship and how you can have a healthy relationship with everyone, including yourself. But here, I'm just mentioning it briefly. And love in your life is very important. And some of those relationships are so deep that you feel love in your heart. And as I said, this relationship, it could be, and this love, it could be with yourself and with others. The other pillar of life is social impact. Many people call it spirituality, and I call it social impact. And the reason for that is when you talk about spirituality, people just think about uh, religions, like different kind of religions, because that's how we have learned about spirituality. But spirituality actually is connecting to higher you, to higher self, connecting to higher power, regardless of whatever you believe in. If you are religious and you believe in a specific or special religion, uh, or you are atheist and you don't believe in any religion, still you can be spiritual. So you can be spiritual but not religious. And that's how I am actually. I am spiritual, but I don't practice any specific religion. So I'm spiritual, but not religious. And you can be the same also. It doesn't mean I'm the left side meaning of atheist, like communist or something like that. No, I don't believe in that. However, it doesn't matter. Even if you're materialistic, even if you're communist or socialist, still you can believe in energy. And that's how this spirituality works. However, I call it social impact because even if you go back to the meaning, the general meaning of uh, spirituality that came actually from religious people, at that time, when a person is spiritual, what do they do? Or what he or she does? Usually they do community work. They help others, they help people, including children, women. They go to church or they go to hospital or somewhere to do and to offer volunteer job. And they help each other, they help other people. And they call those people spiritual people. So I call it social impact because when you're spiritual, you like to have impact on your society, on your community. And that's what I like, to have a positive effect on my community, on my society, on my friends, family, co-workers, and everyone else. That's why I call it social impact. These four main pillars of life are integrated and they are very dynamic. So any of these main pillars, if you're not good at it or you're weak in some point of your life, it affects the others also. For example, if your health is not good, it affects all other. If your wealth is not good, the same. If you're not sociable and you don't have a good relationship with yourself and others, it affects the others also. Like in business, for example, if you don't have a good relationship with others, if you don't talk to people, if you don't get client in your business, so it affects your wealth also. And when you're not, you don't have enough money to spend, it affects your health. It affects your social impact because you cannot offer your time um, to help others. So that's why these four main pillars of life are very important to work on it. And I want you to, on a piece of paper, a big piece of paper, a blank sheet, write these four main pillars of life and scale yourself from 0 to 10 to see where you are right now. And then right under that, write your goal for this year, for 2021, where you want to be on health, on wealth, on love and relationship, and on social impact. So make this goal for yourself for this year, 2021, and then you can have a bigger goal also for next 3, 5, 10 years, or your ultimate goal, what ultimate goal you have. And then you can break it down to like 10 years, 5 years, or maybe your ultimate goal is gonna come true in next 3 years or 5 years, whatever it might be. But you can break it down to smaller goal so you can achieve the smaller goal and you get energy, and you that kind of energy, that kind of achievement gives you more energy, more momentum to move forward. So go ahead, get a blank sheet and write these 4 main pillars of life: health, wealth, love and relationship, and social impact, or spirituality, whatever you call it. And scale yourself from 0 to 10 right now, where you are right now, and then what's your goal for each these pillar of life. Until next program, which it could be tomorrow, because on the first video, on yesterday's video, instead of saying every Monday morning 8 a.m. Mountain Time, I will have these live videos on Facebook, and then later on I uploaded on YouTube. I said every morning. So I'm gonna continue maybe every morning for this part, for the personal development part, maybe around 2 to 3 weeks. I'm gonna continue this, and then after that it's gonna be weekly, and mostly at that time I talk about leadership and the principles of leadership, so you can be a great leader through these live videos. If you have any question, if you wanna come in my coaching program and talk to me directly, then you can send me a message, or you can go on my website and send an email. Thank you so much for watching, and see you tomorrow at this time. You have a great day or night. It depends on where in the world you're watching this video. Thank you so much, and see you next time.